Oh, okay. Hey y'all, it's your girl Whitley. Welcome back to Girl the Podcast. It has been a while. I low-key forgot how to do this, so bear with me. Today I have my friend, sister, girl, Vivica. Say hi.
Yo.
And today we will be tapping into like the youth. And I know for me personally, I really want to chop it up about like not the state of Black America, but like how we kind of got to do more, or like, yeah, I don't know, y'all see. But anyway, I don't really have a news story for today. I really just want to say like it's still free Palestine, free Congo, free Hawaii, honestly, truly, and free Sudan. Like we got to keep fighting for the underdogs, for the people who don't really have that much of a voice, because these days they're trying to make everything anti-Semitic, and I just want to say that like not agreeing with Zionism does not make you anti-Semitic, period, point blank. Thank you. So let's just get right into it. Something that's like really been on my mind heavy for the last few weeks, like damn near since I last recorded, was how there's like a lack of empathy within like the Black community. I want to say it's a lack of empathy all around, but I can only speak from a Black person's perspective. So when I get on social media and stuff, I just see like all of this stuff that's going on, and I'm a very empathetic person, so I can really put myself in other people's shoes and kind of feel how I think they would feel, or how they appear to feel, and that makes me want to do more. But I think I don't want to like sound, I don't know, I don't want to sound crazy, but I think Black Americans, especially like young Black Americans, we kind of have this, well, they don't do shit for me, so like why should I care? Or with Palestine, for example, I know I saw on my Twitter like timeline, somebody was like, oh, well, if you go over there, they would call you a nigga or a nigger, so why should we be caring about them dying or something like that? And I just, one, like, we don't know if that's true. And for two, I don't think there is a two. Like, we don't know if that's true. So why should a hypothetical situation stop you from caring about something that's actually going on? Like, how do you feel?
I feel like social media kind of like desensitized us, and like how death is like the loss of a life is like a really big deal, and we act like it's just nothing. Like, oh, we're not gonna help them because they might call us out our name, or they might be racist, or whatever the case is, because it's racist people everywhere and stuff. But I feel like the value of human life is like very low. Like, people don't actually value life anymore. Like, if you die, whatever. It's like not a big deal because social media desensitized us.
Yeah, because we can scroll on Facebook. Like, there's always, in like the Milwaukee groups, there's always somebody being like, check on your people, and it's like a video of a dead person just laying
like,
there.
What?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, it's not funny. It's not funny.
Yeah, not funny at all. But it's like, why am I scrolling and this is what I'm seeing on social media? And it's just like a lot of stuff on there not real. Like, people will say a lot on there and then get off of there and not do anything that they was talking about on there.
That is very true. Yeah. I think social media these days is kind of like a blessing and a curse, but we gonna get into that a little bit more later. But I just feel like the idea of like community these days is like a myth, because back in the day, like if we had some kids or whatever, 9 times out of 10 it would really take a village to raise the kids. Even if it was both parents around, it would still take a village, like, and the village would be willing to help. But I feel like these days, like, people really don't want to help their neighbor or like their cousin who might need a little help or something. Or like, I remember when we was in high school, this girl, my friend, told me that if I got pregnant as a teenager, she would cut me off.
Like, what?
Like, what does that mean? Like, I would need you. Like, I wouldn't need you to take care of my baby, but I would like mentally like need some
like
support.
Despite it being like it's not a good choice and you made a poor decision, it's still like I'm still gonna need somebody around. So if we just say, well, fuck them because they made this bad decision, now they don't have nobody to turn to. So now we got a kid who don't have nobody to turn to, and now that's how the pattern start for sure.
Exactly. And I just feel like I don't know how we got here, because I know especially like in the
I think it's a pride thing. Like,
Ooh.
I think everybody is really prideful. So, like, if you didn't help me do something, then I'm not helping you. And it's like, it's the whole match energy thing. Like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to do what you do because you do it. Like, I'm a good person because I'm a good person. And sometimes I struggle with it because it's a lot of people who do stuff, like, with bad intention. But I try to move with good intent. So, I got to be me for me, not for everybody else. So, just because you fuck me over or something happened bad with me, now I'm going to go to the next person and carry that into that relationship. So now you done already burnt the bridge that could have been something positive because of what the last person did. I feel like it's a pride thing for sure.
Yeah, I think it is too. And like, people be thinking that they better than other people, or like, and that just to me ties back into the empathy thing, because even if you don't think that you would be in that position, you should still be able to understand how somebody in that position could feel.
Definitely. Like,
you know?
Because you can never say never. Like, it's never going to happen to me. I used to think like that a long time ago. I learned my lesson a very long time ago. But it could always happen to you. You could always be in somebody else's position. So always be grateful for where you at. But also, if somebody were there, don't judge them, because you could easily be there as well.
Point blank, period. And I feel like, especially like in today's world, people only want people around for like aesthetics. They don't really want them around to like help them, or like so that they can have somebody to lean on. They just want them around because it looks good for them to be around, or they get more clout because they're around certain people.
And that's the social media is not real. It is not real. I just saw a video on TikTok, or it was a TikTok, but then it was stitched. And the TikTok was, it was a white lady. She was baking a cake and she crying like, I have to make a cake for my own birthday, and I'm a single mother, blah, 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 blah. She crying in the video. It's stitched with her husband. He like, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm saying what I'm saying or whatever. She's not a single mother. I have full custody. She owe me, I think it was like $20,000 in child support or something crazy like that. She barely has our kids. She doesn't have a job. She got a scamming case, like all type of crazy stuff. Like,
I saw that.
She's not a single mother who takes care of her kids on a regular. But if you just seen that video, you would have donated money or did whatever. Like, I'm not saying don't donate to certain stuff, but just check into some stuff versus just the surface, because you don't know what is real and fake. And it's a lot of fake stuff on there. Like, you can get on there and post whatever and then just log off, and it don't. Who knows? She said she was crying, like, making a cake and crying on the internet is crazy. But then people are like feeling empathetic for it. It's like, it's a thin line. Like, you got to just make sure it's in real life and not on the internet.
But then somebody had came on, because I saw it on Twitter, and somebody was like, oh, he's a Scientologist and he's like a domestic abuser or something like that. And I was like, that just kind of furthers your point. Like, you don't know what's real and what's not.
Literally.
Like, you literally do not know, because then she was on live. I didn't watch the videos, but she was on live, like, I guess explaining the situation. And I'm just like, sometimes I feel like we should know less about people.
Definitely.
Yeah. And for me, that's like it's a tricky line, because in my notes I got like, being vulnerable and open on social media, it don't make you insecure.
Right.
Because I think a lot of times, like, I know myself, I be stopping myself from posting stuff because I'm like, I don't want nobody to like misinterpret this or like think that I'm feeling some type of way that I'm not. I just want to get off my chest, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes we really should know less. Like, I don't know. I feel like she didn't have to get on there crying about baking the cake.
Getting on there crying just be crazy to me. Like, it's okay to express your emotions. I'm not saying don't do that, but like, there are so many internet trolls and so many negative people on the internet. Yeah. Why would you even put yourself in that position for them to do that? And it's like, it's different when you just post it on your story and a couple people see your story, whatever. But you on TikTok and you got a following, or it's very easy to gain a lot of views on specific videos. Why would you even invite that energy to you? Because it's bound to go left. Yeah. And then you damn near lying. Then he damn near lying. We don't know what's going on anyways. It's too much. Yeah. It's too much out there.
It really is too much. Another thing that like me and you had already talked about like a few days ago, but when I was telling you about how like I'm thinking about going back to school, but like the only thing that's like holding me back is debt. Yeah. And thankfully I'm in a position to where even if I do go into a little bit of debt going back to school, it's not going to kill me. It's not going to be like a crippling amount of debt. I can still pay it off. Like, I'll be fine. But what be really making me upset is how like people just get so used to, well, this is how it is and it's probably always going to be this way, so like why would you even complain, or like why would you let that stop you? And I just feel like I'm not really complaining for myself. Like I am, but I'm also not complaining just for myself. I'm complaining for the people who can't afford to go to school in the first place, and so they have to take out all these loans and stuff, and then they're going into debt to make, well, potentially make more money. And it's like, we're supposed to be lobbying for student debt relief and stuff, and people just kind of feel like, well, if I paid off my loans, you know, you should be able to pay yours off too, even though these loans are like predatory as a bitch. And like I personally know people who had to stop going to school because they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
You know,
I ain't want to take out no more loans. I stopped going to school because I was cool on the loans. I didn't want loans. The school had promised me some money. They ended up not giving me the money. It was between taking loans out or not staying, and I was cool. Like I didn't really care to stay. And now I might go to school like at MATC. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Free though.
Yeah.
I'm not paying. I'm not coming out of pocket, and I'm definitely not taking any loans out. But yeah, it's very, and then it's tricky because it's some people that I know that went to school, and we still figuring out what's going on, and
Literally
it's still
me.
the debt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and we still, motherfuckers still trying to figure out the debt and what's going on, and then still having to figure out, you know, getting a job and stuff like that, and not necessarily being able to be in your career field right away. It's crazy to go back and get more debt. You know, it doesn't make sense sometimes. It makes sense for you, but not all the time.
Yeah. And like when I was kind of like heavy in my org, I'm trying to think of how I can say this like respectfully. Like some of the people that I was around, this ties back to like the black community just not being like really empathetic. It was kind of like, well, I did it, you know, and I have this kind of job now, so like you should be able to do this too. And even when you say like, you know, like I kind of need like a different type of help, or like I don't think that's gonna work for me, like I need a different kind of approach. They just, if they can't help you in the way that they think you need, like the way that you should be or whatever, then they just don't want to help you. And I just feel like that's like pretty fucked up, because like not everybody's background or like the way that they achieve a certain goal is the same. So like to just dismiss people based off of, you know, whatever you think about them or whatever, like whatever you think they should be doing versus what they're actually doing, I think that's like pretty fucked up. And I know like older black women in general, I just saw this one video on Twitter. It was like black faces in high places will not help us. Like just because we have a black female or half black female vice president, it does not mean that, you know, all black women or whatever are going to succeed, because the black people that are in power, they really do not be trying to help the other ones. Like it's really rare to find a black person that has a little bit of power or, you know, can really help you. It's rare for them to actually try to help you. They're too busy trying to shake hands with their counterparts that are not black and like work their way up the ladder, but then they kick the ladder away once they get up there. You know?
Because I don't want to see you be better.
Yeah, like have you ever experienced that? Like anything like that?
Not for real. I'm trying to think.
It's tough. It's like you really got to think.
Yeah. I don't think.
Because like when my dad had first died and my brother was going to like my dad bar really heavily, I had just graduated, and this man who we went to King with his daughters, he was like telling my brother like, yeah, you know, like have her send her resume or whatever, blah blah blah. I meet the man, he's telling me, okay, yeah, like, you know, send your resume, blah blah blah, because he works at this really big company here in Milwaukee. And at first I was hesitant because I'm like, I don't think he's really gonna help me, like he's just talking. But I sent it anyway because my brother was like, send it. So I sent it. Nothing ever came. Like I applied and everything, like literally nothing ever came of it.
Oh yeah, a lot of people like say stuff and
then
they
they don't
be talking.
just be
like,
talking.
A lot of people just talk. Like,
yeah,
they don't really care. It'd be like a facade. Like we here right now, so okay, I'm gonna entertain it. But after that, I'm not gonna deal with it because it's too much work to help somebody out a little bit. And it's like it's not that much work at all.
At all.
People ask me. Somebody just asked me today, like, who you go through for your clothing manufacturer. I'm finna give it to him. Like, it's not that serious because you could eat too. And
Mm-hmm.
I got different ideas that's going to put me wherever it's going to put me anyway. So if you work, then, all right, you could get there too. But it's like, it's really not hard
At all.
to just put somebody on.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a lot of people who, like, question how much I dibble and dabble with everything. Or, like, reffing and coaching in the same league, people had a problem with it, and it just was always a little problem or something. But it's because people don't, like, I don't think they like what they don't understand. Like, I don't understand how you could do this and do that and then do that and be able to still flourish. And then I feel like if I'm on and I had to work hard to get here and nobody helped me, then they'd be like, well, I'm not helping nobody else because I didn't get helped.
Yeah.
It's like, if you in a position to be
help,
able to help,
like,
why not just help? It's not gonna hurt you at all.
Yeah.
The book that I'll be listening to, the Think Like a Monk book, he was just like if you was ever a jealous person or like just envy somebody close to you, just take a step back and think about their wins. What did you lose from it? And if they won that or didn't win that, what would it do to you? And it's like, if what the fuck is somebody else winning? What did that take from you?
Yeah.
Was you trying to win? Unless we're in a league together and we're both competing for the same trophy, life is different. Like, you got different goals than I do. So if you win something, it's not nothing for me to just be like, all right, congratulations.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck did I lose for me anyways? And you can find joy in other people winning as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, with black, especially younger black people, we just kind of, like I said earlier, we just get, like, really selfish.
Definitely.
And, like, it's cool to be selfish, but one, like, I really think kind of, like, America has socialized us to be this way. And kind of because, like, you know, slavery and all that stuff. And there's always, like, a depiction of the Uncle Toms and stuff who, like, they want to be closer to whiteness so that they can prosper or whatever. But I just kind of feel like it's time for us to wake up and, like, I don't know. Do you be on TikTok a lot? Like kind of like the drama?
Nah, I don't really.
Okay, because on TikTok right now, this girl named Fanita. She's a content creator / influencer. And she used to be really big. Bless you. Or whatever. She used to be really big. And then she lost a lot of weight. And then she got some surgery or whatever. And now she's calling out, like, the pay gap discrepancies between white content creators and black ones. But now she's, like, in all this drama with other black content creators because they're like, oh, well, back in the day, like a few years ago or whatever, when she was still big, she went on this brand trip with Tarte, and Tarte wasn't trying to pay the original black girl that was invited, so she left. And then Fanita had came in and was like, well, they're paying me, so I'm gonna take the scraps, basically. Right. She was cool to take the scraps. So now all the other black creators are like, right message, wrong messenger. And so now they're, like, bickering. And I'm kind of like, I hate to sound like, you know, the mama or, like, Malcolm X, but, like, not even Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. But it's like, if we're fighting each other, like, how can we?
We're not going to win.
We're not. Like, they're going to see all of this discourse that people are hating on Fanita, and Fanita is cussing out other black people. And that's not going to make them want to pay you anymore. And then that's not going to make them want to. Nobody's getting paid. Like, it's fucking it up for everybody. And I just kind of feel like, as a community, we need to really start sticking together.
Yeah, and like, some shit just be better unsaid. Like, everything does not require conflict. Like, if it's the right message, then why the fuck?
Like, just let her talk.
What's the problem? Just let her say what she said. You know what I'm saying? You agree to disagree. Or you agree. Y'all agree with it. If it's the right message, y'all agree. Y'all just don't like previous actions. But people could change and like, think differently in 2-3 years, whatever the case is. And maybe she made a mistake then. Or that's not even really, I mean, I don't know. That's like a thin line. Like, I'm going to get my money still. But I'm trying to advocate for all of us getting our money. So what's the problem with that? I like, with that, I kind of just be like, with the Tarte stuff, I think people just need to let that go because it was so far back behind. But I understand where they're coming from. But like you said, like, just don't say anything because bickering is not going to solve anything. It's not going to help anybody's case. Or, like, more stuff on TikTok. You know E. Kane? Yeah.
Okay, she's, like, low-key not even low-key, she's high-key in a domestic. Like, that relationship is, like, very domestic violence, like, domestic abuse. Like,
And hold on, sidebar real quick. That's why I said that social media is so crazy, because the fact that we know all this about this girl life and she damn near famous, but that's what's going on, and it's supposed to be like private, but it's not private because it's out in the open. And it's like, what are you doing about? But continue.
Because like what I was gonna say is basically, I've been seeing people make videos saying like they had to stop. I don't have my ringtone. I've been seeing people say that they had to stop watching her videos because they think that her baby daddy is gonna kill her. Wow. Because like the way that their relationship is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want to speak this into the universe. I'm not going to, but it is a little scary. Yeah. Like, and a lot of people like to say, well, she be hitting on him, and you know they be hitting on each other, they be fighting each other. But if you like really listen to what he can't be saying, like she's reacting. Like anything she's doing now is like reactive. He started the chain of domestic abuse, and now people are like, well, I don't feel no type of way for her because blah, 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 blah. She wanted it, blah, blah, blah. And nobody wants to get abused.
Right. Like that's
you know? Like, and I think nobody really feels for E. Kane, honestly, truly. Some people, like a lot of people do, but I think most of her followers don't really feel for her, and they just kind of like enable it because it's entertaining to them.
Right. Like that's why I said it's like it's a very thin line between like that shit is not real until it's real. Like y'all looking at it like it's
entertainment, like it's baddies.
But then she's posting her real life on there actually, so it's like you don't know what's real or fake. But it seems as though that's real. And
she be like calling the cops on him.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's real. Like you seeing it in front, but like people can't separate the two. So like this real life, this girl damn near need help. Like she's getting abused, and we just gonna haha this funny views and clout.
That is crazy. And that ties into the social media thing and like with the teenagers and stuff for today, because I'm not gonna lie, I be seeing a lot of those like girl talk thingies on fucking Twitter, and it be teenage girls posting screenshots from their boyfriends, and their boyfriends are like degrading them, and they think it's like cool and shit because that's what they see.
Like
other people, like, you know, they'll be like, what would they say? It's like, oh, like you dumb bitch, like why would you blah blah blah, and they be like, oh, he loved me.
What?
Yeah.
And that's Blueface and Krishan and like the access that these kids really have to everything, and it's not real. And us as adults, sometimes some of us know how to, you know, disconnect from the social media. It's a lot of people who don't know how to disconnect from it, and they think that shit is real life. And to an extent, it is, like I said, but it's also not real life. Like,
yeah,
it's not real life. People could get on there and say whatever, do whatever, make anything seem like it's whatever. But they see too much. So like what they see, they try to reenact, and there's no like real, like, they don't understand that they're children. Like I think that it's like no real, all right, you 18 now, you starting to be adult, you 21, you grown for real. Okay, now you 24, 25. I just told somebody I turned 24. I didn't feel like a real adult till like right now.
No, literally.
Like 20, like the end of 23, 24, and like 25, I'm probably really gonna feel grown. But before that, I still felt very
like a teenager,
like a kid, like not all the way as an adult. And people tell me I'm mature all the time for my age, but still, I did not feel like a real adult. And I feel like there's no like set, okay, I'm 18, so now I can do this, and that. They think that because they see it, they can do it. Cause like, we had boyfriends and girlfriends and shit when we was younger, but not to the extent of these fucking kids. And we wanted materialistic things when we was younger, but not to the extent of these kids. Like, it's crazy, but it's literally what they see.
Better fucking wardrobes than me.
And I work hard. 8th grade graduations, Balenciagas. What? I ain't get Balakanana till I could buy my own. Goddamn it. These kids walking around 8th grade, and it's like, it's cool, but like I said, it's a very thin line between the real shit and the not real shit, and they can't tell the difference. So they get on there and they see everything that we have access to, and they take advantage of it because they don't know any better.
I blame the parents though, because like I was like a kid that was like overexposed to the internet. I was on the internet way earlier than I needed to be, and it was like if I didn't have the parents that I had, that shit really could have fucked me up like in the head. But thankfully, my mother and my father, like, they still made sure that I knew the separation between like the internet and real life, and like what I see on the internet or even TV is not, that's for entertainment. It's not gonna be like that in real life. They were very realistic with me, but I think these days the parents want to be like too much of a friend rather than like a parent for real. And so when the kids, they got this like they can manipulate their parent, or their parent isn't even being manipulated. The parent is just like, whatever, fuck it, you know? And they get on the internet and they see all this shit, and then there's nobody to tell them this is for adults. Yeah, like this is adult stuff. Like I don't know how we could help this, like how we could combat it. Like I don't know if they need to like raise the ages for social media, but people just gonna lie, because I was lying.
Yeah, it's like shit. It's like they just gotta go touch earth for real. Like go touch grass for real. Like we was younger, we not in the house all day. Like I had social media and stuff when I was at a very young age, and I was on there like a decent amount of time. Nothing too crazy though. But I used to be outside as well. I used to be at the gym. I was never in the house. Like I was a house kid. Nah, I ain't even like to play the game that much. Like I had a game. Oh shit, it's a big ass spider right there.
Oh my god. It's a spider.
Right over there on that thing. On the curtain, it's going into a little crack. You gonna have to pull that curtain out to the left. That one right there.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
You not gonna kill it? Oh.
Tight shit. Yeah.
A scream?
Damn, I don't even know where we was at, because the spider kind of...
You was touching earth as a kid.
Yeah, like, I was outside, like, really, you know, experiencing life and kicking it with my friends and riding my bike everywhere. And, hey, Mom, can you take me skating? And just doing stuff, just make sure, like, we got the kids busy with real life stuff and not just on the game, on the social media. And, like, showing them it's more to this shit, because... Bro, pretty soon, I was talking to my big brother. He like a genius. Like, his brain is crazy. He was like, pretty soon, you're not going to be able to know what's real, what's not. Like, your phone literally tell you everything about yourself. Your phone could literally answer questions for you before you ask them. You could say something about something today right now, and you're going to go on your phone, and it's going to show you an ad to buy whatever you was talking about. Pretty soon, it's going to be like such a blurred line. No, but I'm saying it's going to be a blurred line between what's real and what's not. Like, that's what I'm saying pretty soon.
It's not even going to be a blur. It's not going to be a line at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit's insane, bro.
Yeah. I think, like, that also ties into media literacy. And I wasn't really taught media. Well, I taught myself media literacy as a kid, but I wasn't, like, formally taught that until I went to college.
For sure.
Then I learned media. And I feel like they need to have that in high schools. Yeah. Like, damn near middle school. Yeah, like, it needs to be a required course every year, because even with adults on Facebook, I see way too many fake news stories. Like,
bro, can you just read the whole paragraph?
Because if you read it, you're going to know this does not make sense. This does not sound right. Like, they was talking about you can now identify as a season. That pissed me off so much, because people was writing whole ass think pieces, and I'm like, if y'all would have just took 5 extra minutes out of y'all day and actually Googled that, or like looked up the headline, you would have found the full news story, and you would have saw that some people just, like, maybe in the summer they feel more they feel more feminine, and then like in the summer in the fall they feel more masculine.
And then it's like,
that's it. That's all.
They literally just want y'all to feel a type of way about a specific topic, so they gonna feed you what they want for that clickbait, and then you gonna share
it's like a media war.
Yeah, literally, like, what is it? Back when the war times, propaganda. It's propaganda. It's literally propaganda. Like, let's make you think about this way, so we're gonna say this. You know, you can't identify as no fucking season.
Literally.
Come on, bro.
Like, use your brain.
Come on, bro. Are we really?
But like, people, even adults, they'll see this shit and they'll take it as fact because it's on the internet.
Insane.
I think like the number one rule about the internet is that half of the shit is not real.
Damn, they're more than half at this point. Like it's
Like
it's
80,
fake.
90%.
It's so fake.
And with the kids, I think for me, I attribute COVID to this divide because once COVID happened, it was kind of like we had to be in the house. We could not really be outside.
Yeah.
So everybody was just on the internet as like a form of entertainment. And then once everybody saw, oh, I can say whatever or do whatever, you know, and I mean, people going to follow because they bored. Now it's just like with baddies and shit. Like,
I don't like. It's so many shows like that show. Like, it's whole TV networks that only have shows like that.
Yeah.
And people watch that.
It's mostly teenagers watching it.
And then it's like, so what are they going to do when they become adults? They're doing it now, so let alone when they get grown for real. Mm-hmm. Now we got that's bad, bro.
It's
like, that's
bad.
Really bad.
It's real bad. And I'm like, I'm the type where, like, I feel like you should not let the media raise your child. You should raise your child.
Definitely.
But also, the media is raising these kids because when I was getting my hair done at this girl house, why the fuck was her kids watching the Slut Me Out video of NLE like the NLE Choppa song? And that video is very
raunchy.
Inappropriate, like very raunchy.
Yeah.
And they was like just watching it twerking and shit. And I'm like, bitch, you're a grown ass woman. You're doing my hair.
Right.
Your kids are sitting here doing shit that, like, and it's little kids, like little, like it's starting young. Like my friend, she told me, her sister got a son, and his favorite rapper is, I think, Rod Wave. And he's a little boy. He's, like, not even 4. Why is that your 4-year-old's favorite rapper?
Yeah,
and he, first of all, Rod Wave is, like, suicidal as a bitch. Like, no offense. I know you love Rod Wave. But he's, like, low-key suicidal as a bitch. I would not let my kid listen to him.
It's just certain shit, like, we got to really start, like,
being
putting in
conscious.
those age restrictions for real. Like, kids shouldn't be playing certain games until a certain age, unless they like mature enough to handle it. And you see that like at 8 years old, 9 years old, all right, whatever.
I was playing Grand Theft Auto.
They could play GTA. Yeah, I was playing that. Like, I was playing that stuff, but it's like,
but I knew that was
still
fake.
letting them know that it's fake, or really like these people don't even be talking to their kids for real. So your kid don't even really know what's going on in the world. And like, if you have those conversations with them while they're young, it's gonna be engraved. Like, that's how they're gonna come up. But if you're not talking to your kids for real, then it's over with. They don't be talking to their kids
at all. And I think we kind of like misconstrue how big and forever and permanent the internet is, because these kids with the Finstas and all that stuff. Man. Like, I had a Finsta in high school. I'm not gonna lie. I like recently, last year or earlier this year, just deleted my Finsta because I'm like, fuck no. But even I didn't really understand how permanent that shit really is, because even though it's a private account, you don't know who's screenshotting your shit.
And screenshots is forever.
And then it's like, you don't know who you didn't accept it onto your profile thinking it's somebody else, but it's somebody else. Like, you don't know what's going on. And the kids these days are sharing way too much information about themselves, like posting really raunchy shit. Like, I shouldn't know that you're 14 years old and you're fucking, because you shouldn't be fucking anyway. Why are you fucking?
It's like, it's no shame. Like,
no
they
shame.
Be saying bring back shame for real. Like, it's certain shit that just don't need to be said, because it's one thing to be doing and stuff, but like, when we was younger, we was smoking. I ain't had no business smoking when I was young. I was smoking. Bro, there's nothing of me smoking before the age of like 16 in my phone. Because why would I take a picture or video of myself doing this thing that I know damn well I'm not supposed to be doing, because I don't want nobody to know, because I could get in trouble, or I could get kicked out of school, or my teacher's gonna look at me different, or it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? These kids don't give a fuck. It's kids I coach basketball. It's kids that I used to coach that's like 15, 16. They be posting all type of crazy stuff. And when I get on them, you know what I'm saying, they deleting this stuff. And that's why it's like, it's a real thin line between it's the kids and it's the parents, because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm pretty active in a lot of youth lives. I like to, you know, I be around the kids. I coach basketball, so I be around. They post so much stuff that they should not post. Like, why are you posting? You have a gun. Why do you have a gun? You're how old, bro? Like, what are
don't
we
have no ops for
doing? You don't
real.
have, and then if you do, you're creating a narrative of, when I see this man, I have to have a gun because he has a gun. So it's like, all right, you just posted your big brother gun. Now when the nigga see you and y'all was into it, he think you really got a gun. So now what? That's the whole image thing. It's like, it's inviting behaviors that we don't need. Everything doesn't need to be posted. It doesn't matter what I carry, you will not see it. You will not see it on the internet. I don't post nothing because that's not what it's there for. Everybody getting stuff and doing stuff to show off because it's cool.
For the aesthetic, they're trying to impress other people when they need to just be like, I don't know, impressing themselves.
Gotta become what for real?
Yeah,
man.
like, because you're trying to like maintain this image or make it seem like you have this image for other people. Like my little cousin, I love this girl. I love this girl. I really do. She's like a little sister to me. But this girl had took the cops on a high-speed chase. And it wasn't like that big of a pursuit. Like, it wasn't even really like that much of a pursuit. But why did she immediately go to her close friends and was like, why just take the cops on one?
It's like,
why would, like, even if it's your close friends, why would you post that? Because I never forgot it.
Right.
So, like, if I never forgot it, who else didn't forget it?
And why?
And why do we need to know that?
Nobody needs to know that. Because it could have been, we don't know nothing about it. We can't talk about it.
Yeah.
And these kids being on the social media, but literally you put it out there for somebody to be able to speak about. And why do you want people to know that about you? And it's like, don't get it confused. Like, me and Whitley, we talk about everything that go on in our personal life, but I'm not going to post it for everybody to see if it's not nothing that everybody needs to see, period.
Yeah, like, kids really need to, or I won't even say kids, teens really need to, like, think before they post.
Think
like,
before speaking too.
It's so hard to do that these days because everybody is just so fucking impulsive. Like, teens, I'd be scared to be around a big group of teens. I'd be scared to go to shit where I know it's gonna be a lot of teenagers, like State Fair. I don't even want to go to State Fair no more because it's gonna be a whole bunch of kids.
They just be doing shit. Like, the thought of a consequence is not there. Like, there's no thought of consequence.
It's COVID.
They just be doing shit. Like, no, there's consequences, guys. You're gonna have to live with what happens.
Yeah, because, like, I remember when all the Kia boys was stealing cars and shit. Now everybody think it's cool to steal cars because, like, no, that's not a cool thing to do. It's not, like, what we should be doing. And the cops was being real lenient, and it just, like, it pisses me off when I talk about it because I literally was just in the car like 2-3 weeks ago, and I was at the gas station with my boyfriend and his brother and his cousin, and we in the car. These teenage boys pull up in a fucking Range Rover. I knew it was stolen because they would not turn the car off when they got out, and, like, they hopped out real fast. And so I knew it was stolen. And I was like, damn, like, I need to get out of here because I don't want to, like, like, because you never know what's going to, you don't know if they got a gun. Yeah.
Steal your car.
Literally, they could be trying to steal my car. So I'm like, I got to get the fuck up out of here. But why is it just so common and, like, okay and so normal these days to just, like, see that shit happen, and then, like, there's going to be no real consequences.
And then,
even if they find your car, even if they got the prints.
And I think that's where it started. It started, like, with the police actually, like, I ain't gonna lie, they think they adults. Start treating them like they adults for real. Like, no more slaps on the. They don't need to slap on the wrist. They done got 5 before 18. Yes, when they turn 18, they're gonna be a real criminal. Like, but it's not like just giving them time. It's like, what do we do to actually? What do they need? So they can actually want to, you know what I'm saying, be productive in society and not just go out here and steal cars. And it's like the people around them, I know grown men who buy stolen cars from kids. I'm not cool with it. It's just like, it's a thing on the internet. Like, you can see, motherfucker, hey, who got striker? Like, this is a real thing. So it's like, it's the culture, and it's bad because y'all getting this shit from kids. So they're starting so young. By the time they get grown, they're going to be doing whatever because they don't care.
And that's what I mean when I say, like, community is a myth. Because if we really, really... That's so crazy. That is so crazy. If we really had, like, a community mindset how we used to have, like, when I was growing up. Like, in my neighborhood, my mama tell the story all the time. My brother and my nephew, they were, like... Or my nephew was, like, driving real fast up and down the alley. And the neighbor... was like, hey, like, chill that shit out, basically. My brother cussed out the neighbor or whatever, which was, like, so fucked up. He cussed out the neighbor. And somehow I got back to my mama, and my mama, made him apologize and stuff because, like, she was like just trying to look out
Right.
for the community, blah blah blah. But we don't have neighbors these days that'll speak up like that, and like if
But
they
that's
see
because they
something
ain't they don't want to
happening.
get popped.
But I'm saying like it has to start somewhere. Like if
Yeah.
the parents aren't doing it, like you said, you told the your basketball player like
Yeah.
take that shit down.
Yeah, and that's what it's
It
like.
has to start somewhere.
But that's why I don't know if it's a thin line. Like I don't know if it start with the neighbor. Like it might have to
It don't start with the
somewhere.
neighbor. It's supposed to
Yeah.
start with the parent. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, as a community, we have to do
For
more.
sure.
Like,
The
I'm not
kids
saying
that are around you that you care about
Because,
and that
like,
you
we knew
can
the
talk
neighbor.
to. Yeah, that's what I'm
so
saying. The
yeah.
people
So
you
like we
can
knew
talk
the neighbor. So it's like I think the neighbor knew.
For
I could be
sure.
like chill.
Yeah.
But if it was somebody else, she probably wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But if you know them and you have like at least a little bit of relationship, do what you can to be a positive influence
And
because
gotta
you don't
be
know
an
what they go
example
home
as
to.
well.
Yeah. It really starts there, being an example. And a lot of these adults are not being good enough examples, like, at fucking all. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Another thing that's, like, kind of ties into this is, like, the music these days because, I know when I was growing up, we had, like, Mindless Behavior, OMG Girls. We had, like, teenage, like, music. These days, it is no such thing as teenage music for real. Like, they kind of trying to make a comeback, like, with the Lay Banks girl. But even then, she's talking about some shit that
Yeah, they're
teenagers
like
should not be talking
kids.
about.
Yeah, like the little RT kid. Like
Who the fuck is that?
he was on Kai's stream and shit. Kai be on his ass, but like he's a badass little kid. Like and he make music, but he make adult music. Like
kind of like Lil Tyler.
Lil Tyler is damn near grown though.
But ain't he like 16?
Like 17, 18. I'm just saying no.
But I think
the
he's
little RT kid is like 10, 8. Like he's a fucking kid, like a little ass
Making
kid.
like drill music?
Yeah, like no, not even, like, hold on, bro. I got it. Yes, that shit is crazy. It's just like it's like it's cool he making money, you know what I'm saying? But like
It's not cool because what is he
what is you
he
talking
rapping
about? And like do he know his ABCs and his 1, 2, 3s and how to add and divide and all that shit too?
Probably
Or
not.
or we just gonna put him in the booth and have him rapping?
About some shit he don't even know about for real because he 11, 10 years
I'm gonna do
old.
60 fucking miles. That kid,
I know.
you gotta listen for real. I gotta show you for real.
This is crazy. He said if you ain't sucking
He
dick,
said, if you ain't sucking dick, little bitch, you could get the fuck up out my shit. I think he's like 8 years old.
a grown person had to write that for him.
I think he's like 8 years old.
A grown ass adult wrote that for him.
How old is Lil Art?
A grown
Ni-
ass adult wrote that. A grown ass
9
adult paid
years old.
for the fucking studio time.
9 years old.
You know what? We're doomed.
We're fucking like we're doomed for real. Like he's 9 years old, and that's how I don't have to play no more of the song.
Yeah, that's the opening line of the song.
Little bitch, suck my dick. You're 9. I would beat the fuck out of my 9. Like, and not like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone beating the kids. I'm not saying that. But it's like for real though. Like a 9-year-old thinking that that's okay to even say is crazy, and then y'all is publishing this for other 9-year-olds to listen to and want to be like, and then that's where it starts. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, because we're like, not me, I ain't got no kids, but like as a society, we're kind of like raising incels. Like you might not think it's cute now. It's cute now for him to be talking about that, you know. But when he get older and he really start
He's
treating
gonna
women
act
like
on
that,
it. Yes.
yeah, like little bitch, if you ain't sucking, and then you know he might even rape somebody, you know,
Right,
like
because that's what are we doing? Like,
yeah, because if she ain't giving it, what if he just be like, all right, I'm gonna just take it, you know, like it's. Who the fuck is his mama? I want to talk to his mama
Yeah,
because
that shit
bitch,
is insane.
you're tweaking. Like you're tweaking. I'm scared to low key have kids in these days and age
Definitely.
because
my
My
kid ain't
kid-
having no phone. You gonna get that? You gonna have an iPad? It's gonna be so restricted. It's gonna be so restricted. You gonna get 30 minutes on that mug a day, and that's it.
And that's it,
You
yeah.
gonna have jungle gyms in the house and stuff. Like you gonna be outside. You gonna have to touch the grass for real.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
cause you can't. Like the social media is messing them up badly.
And it's giving them like bad morals and values, and the
There
way
are
that
none.
they look, especially like little boys, the way that they look at girls is concerning because they
Yeah.
might turn into a Chris, and then they might date an E Kane, and then
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like they think that shit is okay. And then for little girls, we're kind of conditioning them to think that being treated that way is okay because we hear it in the songs, you know, we see it on TV. It's not like none of it is okay. Like even with
It's
the
so
Cassie Diddy
normalized.
shit,
Yeah, that shit is insane.
that shit is crazy. And then fucking Floyd Mayweather was like, oh well, you know, I love my
Oh.
daughter, but you know, she made that decision. So if that was his daughter, he would have said she made that decision.
Oh, I ain't know
Like, first
that.
of all, Floyd, you can't even fucking read.
I like
You're fucking
Floyd.
illiterate. I don't give a fuck.
No, I know. I'm just saying
That's
that
like-
just
and he
like
has
damn,
daughters.
wow, bro. Yeah,
And his daughter dated in NBA YoungBoy.
and
So
probably
like,
was
he
down there getting her ass beat. Like I don't, cause he's
and she stabbed somebody over that man.
He's
That's gonna be on her record forever.
He's crazy.
Yeah,
Young boy.
he needs to be under the jail. I don't know why they keep letting him out.
No, they just need to leave him on his own estate in the middle of nowhere forever. Like he
With
needs
no
to be on house
access
arrest.
to nobody, because he still be doing shit on house arrest.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, he just needs his own compound for the rest of his life. Just don't take that man off of there and let him be. He like a
And that's who's.
Area 51. Yo. Like just leave him right there where he at, bro.
But that's who's
Dude, it's
coming up
crazy.
these days. Like, we're raising little NBA young boys.
Yeah, because that's who they want to be, and they love him so much, and the parents just let him.
And
love
it's
him.
just so normalized. But back to fucking Floyd, because I'm not gonna lie, he pissed me the fuck
Yeah,
off.
that's insane.
That's insane. Like, what do you mean she made that decision? Like, that man was throwing shit at her, kicking her, tossing her around.
She trying to leave. How did I make that decision? I'm leaving. I'm waiting on the elevator.
And there's so many other parents that feel that way.
That's insane. Bro.
And it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we could do. It's really not much that we can do
Yeah.
to, like, solve it. It really starts with the individual. But
Definitely.
my heart just breaks for, like, the kids of people who feel like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because I be seeing shit on TikTok now. Like, people are telling stories about how they were getting molested and shit as a kid, and their parents just kind of felt like, you know, well, like, what did you do to bring that on type shit. Like,
That's
yeah, and
crazy work.
I've never been in that situation, but it just, like, really, like, breaks my heart because we supposed to be going to our parents for guidance. We're supposed to be going to our parents for, you know, support and all that stuff. But a lot of these parents, like I keep saying, just do not really give a fuck about the kids that they have. Like, they want to be, either they want to be too cool with them or they don't give a fuck about them at all. But
Yeah.
either way, you don't care about them if you want to be super cool with them, because if you really cared, you would start putting your foot down.
Because you have to. Yeah.
Like, you literally have to.
Required.
It's like I don't care how you discipline, as long as you're not, like, beating on them.
Yeah, please don't.
But like, discipline is required. You cannot really have a kid and not discipline them, because
Yeah.
that kid is just gonna walk all over you,
And then they gonna think shit sweet, and then real world comes. It's
and
not
shit is
sweet.
not sweet. And then now your child is dead, and you're like, oh, how did he get there?
Literally.
Oh, well, maybe
Or
you
in
should have told
jail.
him stop riding in stolen
Or in
cars.
jail. It's a dude. Man, people be crazy. It's some crazy stuff that happens in Milwaukee, but like it be the parents, cause it's a guy that I know who killed somebody that's close to me, and the mom in court was just so willing to protect her son. And I don't know. It's a thin line, cause if it's your people, you know, you gonna want to stand for them. But it's like, it's certain shit that you just can't stand for, and certain stuff that happens. It's like, nah, you need to reap the consequences of your actions, because you did it. Now you gotta lay in the bed that you made for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Sadie, the girl, like
Mhm.
imagine if his parents was like, my son shouldn't go to jail for the rest of his life.
I think they were trying to say that.
Oh, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that's really crazy to me. Like, how could you sit there and do that when somebody, when your son has committed such a heinous crime?
Yeah,
Like,
killed her and cut her up. Like,
but that's like not holding people accountable for their actions for real. I wouldn't want to see my big brother again. Nigga, you did what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah,
go
you
to
need to
jail,
go
bro.
away.
I might
Yeah.
put some money on your books.
I'm not.
I might
answer your phone call every once in a while, though.
I might put a dub on some meals or something. But
That's
like,
sweet.
you're not. I don't want to talk to you though.
I
Don't
blame,
call me. Yeah.
I blame boy moms.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel
Yeah.
like boy moms are fucking up society,
Yeah.
because y'all love y'all sons so much that they can literally do no wrong in your eyes, and they be doing nothing but wrong. And I think that stems from the boy moms not having a good father figure in their life
to show what's supposed to be going on.
Yeah, so then they just like, oh, well, like, my son is my world. Or they be having, like, issues with men. And so, like, their sons can do no wrong because that's, like, one man that's going to love them forever and all that stuff. And it's like, your son is a fucking menace to society.
Literally. Like, bro, get this nigga some help, bro.
Like, yeah.
Can you care about him actually?
Yeah, like, you say you care about him, but if you really cared about him, you would be getting him the help that he needs. Because it pisses me off. Like, the kids are not all right, and because the kids are not all right, no, the adults are not all right, and because the adults are not all right, the kids are not all right, and because the kids are not all right, society is not all right. Because when we get old and shit, these gonna be the people that's supposed to be keeping society going.
I'm scared for when we get old, because we getting there.
We are.
But, like, how we look at stuff and how the people who we growing up look at stuff is like, shit. We got something gotta give. Please.
Like, please, God, please send us, I don't know, maybe we need, like, a...
Help.
We need Jesus to come down on earth right now and just, I don't know, set some shit astray. Because this is just scary. And it really does make me scared to grow older. And it makes me super scared to bring a child into the world. Because even if my kid is not like that, the kids he go to school might be with. Like, I mean, the kids he go to school with might be like that.
I'm not concerned. I'm concerned, but, like,
I've seen what social gratification can do to somebody very close to me. I've seen what it can do, and it can really turn you into somebody else. So, like, it's like a 50-50 chance. Like, I know myself. I know that when I went to school, I was very set in my morals and my values, and I was not easily persuaded. But I've seen people who I never would have thought would turn out how they did.
Yeah, I feel it for sure. I feel it for sure. Okay.
Like,
shit.
You can have the same parents. That does not mean shit. I was just talking to my friend about that. Like, she was born with the same two parents, raised in the same house, and they're completely different.
Yeah.
And one sibling looks at social media and she's like delusional as a bitch about it. Like, she want a life that she sees on social media that she just cannot have.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not possible for her unless she finds somebody else than who she's with right now. But she's delusional, and she thinks because she sees it on social media that is easily attainable. Is not. Look at the people around you. It's not.
I think that's what people need to start doing. Like, just look around you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just look at the people around you, even in the city, even in your state.
Yeah.
But when you start looking at, you comparing the top 1,000 people, and that's what you trying to mold your life off of, and that's not realistic, or that's obtainable if you work towards it. But let's not just think that it's gonna be this instantly.
Or, like, even looking at the people in your state, because, like, I've had to check myself sometimes from doing this. Like, not really like social wise, but more like job and shit wise. Like, I've looked at people in Milwaukee and I'm like, damn, like, we're around the same age, like, I should be where they are. Then I had to wake up and be like, bitch, you only see what the fuck they post. You don't know what the fuck they're actually going through. Yeah, and I'm like, and I don't know what they had to do to get to where they are. So
I know people who making 6 figures on paper and it's still like, no cap. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all what you see and what people talk about and how they live and what's going, like, you don't really know what's going on. And, like, don't compare, don't criticize. Like,
just live your life.
Live
like,
your
just
life.
do what you can do for yourself. Yeah.
But when you start trying to live and be for everybody else or mold yourself like everybody else, that's where shit get blurry.
Yeah. And I think just a lot of people need to just wake up and just log off.
Literally delete that shit. You could just take a break. Just take a break. Just get off there for a little bit. If it's too hard to, you know what I'm saying, separate them, just
take a break.
Completely separate them.
Because I've had to do that myself. Like, I know for myself, like, when I get, like, really stressed or, like, in my head, social media is not going to help. Because I'm just going to sit there and just, like, criticize myself and just compare myself to other people. And it's like, I be needing to just get off. And, like, go live life and just appreciate what the fuck I have in front of me and who I have around me.
Up, like, I ain't gonna lie. That's the biggest thing. Like, every day you wake up, that's another day to go get it. Mm-hmm. And if you ain't do exactly what you want to do yesterday, do that shit today.
Yeah. This was so nice. Honestly, truly, this was a great, like, welcome back episode. as a social media baby, as a 2000s baby, I know the benefits of social media because I've met wonderful people on social media. I've built connections on social media. I don't know, like I remember social media from when it really first started. And I know the benefits of it, but there's also hella fucking cons. And I just really think as a society we need to be more aware of the cons, especially in how we're moving these days, because they finna start using social media to attack us. They already are, but they're finna start using it to like really get in our heads and like brainwash us and manipulate us. And it can only happen if you let it.
Literally. You gotta be strong-minded.
Yeah, you have to be strong-minded because social media can make or break you, and it's breaking a lot of people these days. So everybody needs to wake the fuck up.
Definitely. Log off.
Log off.
Hashtag log off.
Like, I'll never forget the Tyler, the Creator tweet when he was like, how the fuck are you getting cyberbullied? Like, bro, like, just walk away from the computer or something like that. And it's literally like that.
Damn, but no bullshit. Like, damn. I'm getting bullied online. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that nobody does it. But it's like, come on, bro.
It's like, I know that cyberbullying is really real. And it can really get to the point where, like,
but like,
you know, it's more than just walking away. It's going to take more than just walking away. But
yeah,
for the mass majority, you don't have to interact with anything you don't want to.
Block them. I'm so fast at blocking somebody. If I don't want to see you or think about you, I'm going to block you. And then it's like, how often do you run into people that you interact with on social media? You making yourself interact and communicate with so many more people than what we're actually supposed to. Like, you're supposed to only interact with the people you see at work, at the grocery store,
like a few people
the school,
every day.
Yeah, when you go home.
But when you're on social media, you're interacting with thousands. And that can get mentally, like, taxing.
And then we wake up, and that's the first thing we do. Like, don't get me started. You know what I'm saying? The book, man. Think Like a Monk. Y'all read it. Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk.
I've gotten better at blocking people, too, because I know for myself, I never really want to block people because I'm like, I want you to see me flourish. I want you to see me prosper.
I'm doing this for me.
But I've gotten to the point where I'll just make you unfollow me and I'll unfollow you because I'm already private. So there's really no need to block. Yeah. But somebody did block me that I was close to, and I was mad about it at first. But I'm like, you know what? Good for her because she just had to protect her peace. So block whoever, you know, protect your peace. Don't interact with negativity because it's gonna consume you more than you think. It's gonna affect you more than the person that you're interacting with. They don't really give a fuck. It's probably a troll at home laughing behind the fucking computer screen, and you're over here next to fucking tears because somebody is calling you a bitch online. Fuck them.
And it's not gonna happen too often in real life.
Like literally,
it's not gonna happen too often. People don't have the balls to do the shit that they do on the internet in real life, so you're not even gonna have to deal with it.
Period. Well, this was great, Vivica. Thank you.
Love you lots.
No, I love you too. This was like a really good conversation. But let's get into some music. So, like, didn't we go to high school with him?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Really?
Yeah, he just was messaging me a couple times.
Oh, I didn't know y'all was cool.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So I wanted to kind of talk about like some songs that we've been listening to lately, or like artists or albums or whatever. I will start. Vince Staples just dropped an album, and I don't know how I turned into like a Vince Staples fan, but no, it was before the TV show.
I ain't gonna lie, like dude, he's very sarcastic.
I love his personality.
Yeah, he's very like.
I think that's why I like him, like his music. Sure. Yeah. His new album, I really like it. My favorite song off of it's called Dark Times. My favorite song off of there is called Etouffee. It's more like a homage to New Orleans music and shit. I think it's really cute. The whole album is fire though. I wouldn't really like recommend it if you're not like a real rap fan, just because like it's not your typical like mainstream rap. Like you probably wouldn't hear it on the radio. Yeah. And I know for a lot of people, they'd be like,
yeah, I like to hear music that is pleasing to my ears.
Yeah. That's why you can't get into Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. 2 thumbs down.
But that's because he's a real rapper. But, you know, that's for a different day. We don't have to have that conversation.
Oh, yeah. Damn, Shorty by Chief Keef.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's that shit.
Did you hear his album?
Yeah, I listened to some.
Did you like it?
It was decent.
I think I like the song with Sexy Red.
Couple times. That's the song that I just said.
No, not Damn Shorty. Grape Trees.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I got a few songs off his album. I got 9 songs. Yeah, I liked it enough for 9 songs, which is wild. because he got beats where like only he can rap on them,
Yeah.
and sometimes it just be a lot to my fucking ears.
I've been liking a lot of TikTok songs lately. I'm
Like
not gonna
what?
hold you. There's a song on there called Like. His name, that's Miz. He from like the DMV. I think he from like Philly or something like that. Baltimore or something
I
over
wanna
there.
Go out there.
The song is fire. Like he got like it's like a different flow. It's fire. Too Rare. It's a dancing ass. You don't know who that is? He be TikTok and shit. Bro, you do know who that is. I forgot the song by him. Like that's real popular. But he got a song with Skilla Baby and Rob 49. It's called C4. That shit fire. It's a TikTok song.
I've never heard it.
There's a couple other TikTok. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They've been doing right with the social media, like doing what they supposed to do to push the music.
It's a tool.
With the like using it as the tool. Like I ain't gonna. I be scrolling like, this sounds good. Oh, and Wolfface Joey, anything that he make, that shit fire.
Who is that?
It's a TikTok, right?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this more like the is it more like Cash
It's
Cobain type
upbeat.
sound?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Wolfface Joey, he like real up tempo, real high, like energy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fire. I like it. Wolfface Joey.
Wolfface Joey.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been listening to like R&B. You know, I'm an R&B person. So Flo just has a new song that released. It's called Caught Up. You listen to? You know who Rhapsody is?
Yeah, but I don't listen.
Okay, well, I tried to listen to her album and I really didn't like it either.
Yeah.
But she had one song on there called 3 a.m. with Erykah Badu.
Okay.
And I really fuck with that.
All right.
I've been kind of getting into like R&B type dance music. So
Okay.
like, you know, K Tronada. Do you know him?
Hell no. I gotta tap in.
It's like shit that like you can
For sure.
yeah, like drunk at like a rave or something.
Yeah.
Just- yeah.
All right.
Like
for
feel
sure.
the rain on your skin type shit.
That's Wolfface Joey. That's how I feel like his shit be, cause he damn near be singing. It just
Play a,
be,
like, can you just play a snippet? Yeah.
No.
Cause now I need to, cause I'm creating like a new playlist called Dirty Dancing, and I'm trying to have like all like dance music on
Okay,
there.
for sure.
That's how I want my summer to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I need my summer to feel in Toronto.
Hold on.
I like Cash Cobain.
That's what I said. I said yeah.
Okay.
But this like some.
It's crazy because what I was describing is not like it's like I'm finna.
You talking about damn near some music?
It's not
Hold on.
but it's like
You talking about like this?
yes.
I just heard this. Oh yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I just put this on my phone from Abbott.
Yeah.
I searched the lyrics. Here to go.
I was gonna play that, which is crazy. Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah. That's the type of shit I'm trying to like.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
He got a song that sound like that. No,
Really?
bullshit. I just wasn't that. Yeah. I'll show you later. Yeah.
Okay,
For
period.
sure.
Okay, well, this was such a great episode. Did you have anything that you wanted to plug?
Oh, Goated Lifestyle. That's it. That's all. The hot dog cart gonna be out soon too.
Period.
Stay looking out on the socials for that. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay. Well, this has been Girl the Podcast with Whitley and special guest Viv. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah.